Low blood sugar on keto. Even though lowering blood sugar is the purpose of the ketogenic diet, in some people it can get a little bit too low, called hypoglycemia. So in this video, we'll talk about how all that works. Coming right up. So the ketogenic diet is all about blood sugar, and it's about stabilizing blood sugar. But people react differently, and there's a few variables that we want to look at and understand. So if someone has taught their body to depend on carbohydrate, and all of a sudden you withdraw that carbohydrate, your body has basically lost its primary source of fuel. And in some people, they just feel a little bad, they get the keto flu, they feel a little irritable for a few days, and then it kicks right back in. But some people, their machinery has crashed a little bit more, and they don't have that backup system kick in, and they end up with hypoglycemia. So a question on one of my videos was someone had tried to do the ketogenic diet, and their hypoglycemia was so bad that they had to go to the hospital a couple of times. So obviously we want to try to avoid things like that. But most people with hypoglycemia, the problem originates because they were on a high-carb diet, and through years of eating high-carb and processed foods, their blood sugar got into a roller coaster pattern. And this pattern is very, very stressful for the body. You start stressing and depleting various different organs. And every time it's high, now you have to release a lot of insulin to lower the blood sugar fast. And then when it drops fast, in the beginning, the body can compensate and slow down the curve at the right point, and you don't get hypoglycemia. But if you really get your whole mechanism out of whack, and that dampening mechanism doesn't work, now your blood sugar can come crashing and you get hypoglycemia. Now in this state, your body doesn't have enough blood sugar. It's too low to function, and it hasn't learned to develop ketones, so it doesn't have a backup fuel. And now what's supposed to happen is your adrenals are supposed to make cortisol, because cortisol is a stress hormone that raises blood sugar, and it does this by mobilizing glycogen. It tells the liver to break down some glycogen, but it also tells the body to start breaking down muscle mass, because protein from muscle can be turned into sugar and increase this. So cortisol, because it's a stress hormone, when you're stressed, your body doesn't care about health. It's just survival at any cost. Break down whatever is necessary right now to get the fuel, the sugar that I need to survive in this moment. So cortisol is a catabolic, it's a breakdown hormone. The other hormone is in the liver, it's called glucagon, and that does pretty much the same thing, but not on a destructive, not on an emergency basis. This is a little more subtle, that anytime the blood sugar is a little bit low, the glucagon signals to increase the breakdown of glycogen and increase gluconeogenesis. So both of these hormones are there to stabilize the blood sugar in times that we don't have so much food. If this keeps on going longer, then we get into ketosis, because the body now, on long term, when we don't have the carbs, now the body has to start burning fat. But in some people where this mechanism just really isn't up to speed, they never get into the fat burning because their bodies crash before they get there. And this would be the person that gets severe hypoglycemia, where they just totally stop functioning as soon as they try a low-carb diet. So what this person needs to do is to change much, much slower. And low-carb may not even be, or very low-carb may not be the first thing that they want to think about. High-carb is always destructive because it also usually involves lots of processed foods. So you want to go to whole, healthy foods maybe more like a paleo diet. Try to avoid inflammatory foods, but you can still probably have some starch, some potato, and some rice, because your body doesn't know how to burn the fat and how to stabilize your blood sugar without those carbs. And then for the long run, though, what you need to do is realize that this is a bigger problem. There's many organs involved in this that are not functioning optimally. So what we use in my office to figure out what's going on is called nutrition response testing. It's a system that allows us to get to the root of the problem, to ask the body what is slowing down the adrenals, what's interfering with the liver, what's stressing the pancreas and any other organ, and then we can find out what nutritional support that organ needs, which allows the body to heal over time, to restore the organs and the normal function. And here we have to understand that it takes time to heal the body. This might be a process of a year or two, or maybe even longer, depending on how long this has been going on. We also want to understand what I emphasize in every one of my videos, that don't ever do keto, don't ever do any of this for any other reason than health. The only purpose, the only goal is to restore the body to normal function, to establish balance, the way the body is supposed to work. And don't do it to lose weight. If you get healthy, if you get your insulin resistance to a healthy level, if you restore your organs, your body will tell you how much you need to eat. You will burn the fat, you will find balance. So weight loss is just a side effect of getting healthy. The opposite is not necessarily true, and too many people are trying to lose weight to get healthy, and that's not always the case, because if you eat unhealthy fats and you eat processed foods or depleted foods or unnatural food, you can still be in ketosis, but you're not going to get healthy. So please keep these things in mind. And not everyone is suited to go right into ketosis. I think a lot of people can do it if they change slowly, if they slowly give their body a chance to adapt. But other people just may have other issues going on. And like I said, high carb is never a good idea, but medium to moderate might be okay, might be a better option for some people until they can get their body fat adapted and to give their body time to heal. So if you like these kind of explanations, please share these videos with as many people as you can. I love to explain how things work, and I love the feedback where you let me know what you liked and what you didn't like, so that I can produce more content to help the sick and the curious people understand more about how to take care of themselves. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to get to the answers. Thanks for watching.